Hello, everyone. This session will cover the masters used in Field.ai. Specifically, we will cover the Product Master, Customer Master, and Warehouse Setup. The masters we are using in the Field.ai are Service Maintenance Setup, Resource Setup, Equipment Master Setup, and Task Group. Then there is Warehouse Setup, Product Master, and Customer Master. In this session, we will be covering Warehouse Setup, Product Master, and Customer Master. We will not be going into too much detail on these masters. We will see where these are applicable in the Field.ai. To get to know about this master in detail, please refer to the videos on Onfinity 100. Let us go to the system to see the warehouse setup first. After logging in, you will be landed on this home screen. This landing page is also called Mosaic. You will see all the widgets on the screen, which are for analytics purposes. In order to go to the warehouse, just search in the warehouse structure. In this warehouse setup, there are a few details that we have to input. For example, we will try to create a new warehouse. We have to mention the organization in which we want to create a warehouse, then the name of the warehouse, and the warehouse code. The warehouse code is optional. We can add it if we want. We also have to provide the address for the warehouse. This information is mandatory. The warehouse location is the physical location where we are keeping all our inventories, the spare parts, and the consumables that we require in order to fulfill the requests or work orders. So, in order to use the transactions for inventory, we have to provide the warehouse details. Here, we will enter the warehouse code, address details, and then the source warehouse. The source warehouse is used to fulfill the replenishment rules. If we want to automate the process of keeping the stock in one warehouse, we also have to provide the source warehouse. The system will then automatically do the transactions. This allows us to transfer materials from the source warehouse to the warehouse we are creating. Of course, this is done by using specific settings only. It is not a standard behavior of the system, but it can be used in this way. Requisition fulfillment rules are also available. The system will ask how you want to fulfill the requisition, either in full or in part. There are a few checkboxes. Active determines if this is for an active warehouse or not. Then there is disallowing active inventory. This will disallow negative quantity. Dropshipment is not being used in Field.ai. Allowing a blanket order is also not a part of Field.ai. Let us now go to the Locator. Let me undo this record so that you can see. Locator is the next tab, which is a child tab of Warehouse. We can maintain any number of locators in a warehouse. The locator is generally used to keep the material in one place. There are a few details you can see when you toggle the locator. The organization and warehouse are auto-generated. We can provide our own locator code. Then there is the name of the locator. There is also a stock priority. This indicates the priority of the stock we want to maintain in this locator. For example, if we set the priority to 100%, all fulfillment will be done from this locator only. This is what it is used for. Inventory Management Module is stock priority not widely used in the Field.ai. So there is a default one. We have to mark one locator as default for each warehouse. We can then provide the exact location of the locator, such as aisle, bay, and row. This locator name can also be assigned by the system by combining the aisle, bay, and row. The active setting determines whether this locator is active or not. Then there is a check stock feature. Basically, whatever spare parts are available in this locator, we can check their stock. For example, for the product castor oil 320, the on-hand quantity is 1,000. The last inventory count for this inventory was done on the 9th of April, 2025. We cannot manually enter anything here. We have to go through the transaction screens only, such as inventory count or a physical inventory. There are also set replenishment rules. We can set replenishment rules for this particular warehouse to decide how we want to do it. For example, there are different types of replenishments: manual, reorder with minimum levels, and then the maintained maximum level. As I explained with the source warehouse, if we are maintaining this minimum level, whenever the stock quantity for some product is less than this minimum quantity based on the replenishment rules, it will automatically raise the requisitions. It will also automatically fulfill this requisition with an inventory movement from the source warehouse to this warehouse. This is widely explained in our Onfinity 100 training. You can refer to that training as well. Then there are accounting details. This is not a part of Field.ai. So yes, this is all about the warehouse details. Let us go to the next pin, which is a product master. We have to search for it here. Whenever we land on the product master, a few widgets will be available here. In order to create a product in Field.ai, just click on the new record. You have to provide a few details. For example, a product category. The category can also be created. You can zoom into a category and create a new one. Then there is a product type. We have to select from an item, experience type, resource, and service. In Field.ai, the experience type is not used often. The three widely used types are item, resource, and service. Item is used when we have to create a product for a spare part or consumables. Resource is also used for the resource product screen. For instance, if we want to maintain a specific profile of a resource, like a technician or an engineer, and we want to provide an hourly price for their service, then we can select a resource here. We can then select a unit of measurement as HR. We can provide a price list and charge the customer based on whatever price we have provided. Let me select each only. The next product type is service. Service is basically used for a task. Whatever task we are creating, we have to map the task service within it. For that, we have to create a product master, a product here. The specific type of that product will be a service. Then we have to provide the name, which is suggested to be the same as the task name. We also have to provide a text category here. For the services or the spare parts, we can create a new text category by zooming into it. We can then save it or map the service on the task spare part. Whenever we have to use a spare part, we have to create an item type. We can then use that spare part on the task spare part, on the field service, and on a work order as well. There are other few details, like we can also provide an image of the product. Then there is the attribute group we can provide. We can set attributes for specific products as well. To get more detail on this, please refer to the videos available for the Product Master on Onfinity 100. We will quickly go to the product price as well. Let me undo this first. The product price is the price we can provide for the product. We can maintain multiple price list versions for the sales side and for the purchase side, and we can provide the prices accordingly. For Field.ai, specifically in the field sales management, we have to use the sales price list. So we have to provide the transactions on the sales side only. On this, you can see whenever we create a new record, it will ask me which price list version I want to use. Then there is the attribute set instance, where I can provide the attribute for this product if I want to. I also have to provide a few details like list price, standard price, and limit price. The list price is generally the maximum retail price. Then there is a standard price. All the transactions happen on this standard price. Then there is a limit price. A limit price means we cannot go beyond this limit. If I am providing a list price of 200 rupees, a standard price of 100 rupees, and a limit price of 80 rupees, then whenever I raise an invoice for the customer or charge the customer on a task screen or field service, I cannot provide any value less than 80 rupees for this particular task or product. This is used to control losses in any organization. For more detail, you can again refer to the videos of Onfinity 100. We will not go into detail on the other fields, as they are not related to field service management or Field.ai. Let us go to the next master, which is the customer master. For that, search for customer on the screen and go to the customer master. On the customer master, click on a new record. You can create any customer here. You only have to provide a few details: the name of the customer, which price list you want to assign to this customer, and the payment terms. The payment terms can be 30 days or 60 days, and we can also create our own payment terms. This is for informational purposes only in Field.ai. Then there is also the payment method. which is the payment method we want to use. We can create one on our own as well. This is also informative in Field.ai. All of these details we can provide here are mandatory details. Of course, we can select the region's tax ID and business registration number as well. We have explained the customer master in detail in Onfinity 100 as well. You can refer to that session, so I will cover only a few fields for Field.ai. The customer code will be automatically populated after creating this, as these are the mandatory fields we have to provide. After this, we have to go to the location details. Location is mandatory if you are using the customer master and Field.ai field service management. At least one location for each customer should be available in the system if you want to use Field.ai. A location is simple. We have provided a few details for the location, such as name, address, and mobile or phone number. If the location has a phone number, then the sales reason. Again, if the location has some specific sales reason, we can provide it. Then there are a few settings like billing address, shipping address, pay from address, and arrive at address. Not all these settings are used in Field.ai, but this is for informational purposes only. If we want, we can provide multiple locations here. So, whenever we are creating a field service request, we can choose different locations there as per the customer's requirement. The next important part of the Field.ai customer master is the contact person. There could be multiple contact persons for one customer. Whenever we are raising a request, we have to provide the details of the person we want the technician to meet when they visit the site. Whatever details we are providing here, they will be automatically available on the field service request. We can create multiple contacts, but we can only select one contact at a time for any field service request. There are a few details we can add, like greetings. The first name, last name, and email address are mandatory. Then there is the mobile number. The mobile number is also a very important part here. Then there is the location, which is the location of this contact. This is not mandatory, so you can skip it. If you have the details, you can provide them. The user ID will be automatically fetched by the system, or you can create one. The notification type determines which notification you want to send to this customer. If they will be using the Onfinity platform, they can use it, but not always. By providing these few details, you can save this record, and this contact master will be available. You can later select this contact over the field service request. These are the few details we can provide in the customer master. If you want to go into detail for the customer master, please refer to the session on Onfinity 100. In this session, we covered warehouse setup, product master, and customer master. Thank you for attending.